Hello friends, this is Chetan from GT Networks where statistics lives. Today let us discuss about random variables and distribution functions. So first of all, let us look at the definition of a random variable. Let omega, this is capital omega, and SB is a sample space. A finite single valued function that maps omega into R is called as random variable. That is, if x inverse of b equals omega such that x of omega belongs to b and this whole set belongs to S for all b belongs to b. So let us understand the definition of this random variable through an example. Suppose you have two coins and you have a coin and you want to toss it two times. Okay. So what are the possible outcomes here? So when you toss it, head may appear and again head may appear, and then head, tail, tail, head, and tail, tail. Okay. Now what are the number of heads? So that is, here it is 2 and 1 head, again 1 head, and then 0 head. Suppose if I denote the number of heads as x, then the possible values of x are x takes the value 0, or x takes the value 1, or x may take the value 2. Okay, so this is where you can see these are the possible outcomes, that is capital omega, and then these are the possible the number of the values of x it can take. So it is a real line, suppose. So that is value of x. Thus to each outcome there is a corresponding real value, that is for each outcome there is a corresponding value, that is real map is there. So that is a map from omega to real line. That is, for each outcome there is a mapping in real line. What is real line? It starts from minus infinity and ends with plus infinity. So this is real line. Okay, 0, minus infinity, plus infinity. Okay, for each outcome there is a map in real line. Okay, let S be the sample space associated with the given random experiment. So this is a random experiment and this is a sample space S. Okay, and a real valued function defined on S and taking values in real line, that is from minus infinity to plus infinity, is called as one dimensional random variable. Okay, if the function value is ordered and see if it has ordered pairs, then this real line will be a real space. Okay, that is R2, that is two dimensional random variable. Like that you have n dimensional random variable. Okay, and let us look at the properties, or again the definitions. A function, you can see it here, if x is a random variable if and only if x belongs to R, x is a random variable if and only if x belongs to R, and for any omega such that x of omega is less than or equal to x, that is equals, that is x of omega means it is x, that is capital X, is less than or equal to x, and this belongs to sample space. That is, there should be a preimage. See, here it is omega and here it is R, and you are writing a function x from that sample space omega to R. So this x is a random variable if and only if there exists a preimage for this. Fine. And some more properties are there. If x1 and x2 are random variables and c is a constant, then x1 plus x2, x1 into x2 are also random variables. That is a constant multiplied with random variable, and sum of two random variables is again a random variable, and multiplication of two random variables is again a random variable. Okay, and let us look at some more remarks. So it will follow that for two constants, suppose c1 and c2 are two constants, then c1 x1 plus c2 x2 is a random variable for two constants such that c1 x1 plus c2 x2 is a random variable. Then in particular x1 minus x2 is also a random variable. Why? Because you can take, since c1 and c2 are constants, you can take c1 equals to 1, c2 equals to minus 1. So substitute here 1 into x1 it is x1 plus what is value of c2, it is minus 1. So this is also a random variable. This is a remark number 1. And then if x is a random variable, second remark, if x is a random variable, then 1 by x, if x is a random variable, then 1 by x, where 1 by x of this omega is infinity, if and only if x of omega is 0. If x is a random variable, then 1 by x of omega takes the value infinity if and only if x of omega takes the value 0, and x of w, x positive of w equals maximum of 0 comma x of w. And third one is x minus w equals minus times minimum of 0 comma x of w. Okay. And one more thing, if x is a random variable, then modulus of, that is absolute value of x, is also random variable. Okay. And if x1 and x2 are random variables, then maximum of x1 comma x2 is also a random variable, and the same case works for minimum of x1 comma x2. This is also a random variable. Okay. And if x is a random variable, then f dot is continuous function. If x is a random variable, then f dot is continuous function. Then f of x is also a random variable. Okay. If x is a random variable, f dot is continuous function, then f of x is also a random variable. Suppose you have, just you can take the function 2x. If x is random variable, then 2x, it is continuous function, so this 2x is also random variable. Fine. Or else you can take, if x is random variable, then e power x, so you can take e power x, this is also random variable because e power x is continuous function. You can take sin x. So if x is random variable, since sin x is continuous function, then this sin x is also random variable. You can take many examples. Or else you can take x square. Okay. If x is random variable, then x square is also random variable. Fine. Then if x is a function of bounded variation on every finite interval a comma b, and x is a random variable, then f of x is random variable. See here corollary is there. If f is function of bounded variation, if x is function of bounded variation on every finite interval, suppose a comma b. If f is a function of bounded variation on the interval a comma b, on every finite interval a comma b, and x is a random variable, then what happens? F of x is also a random variable. Here what you had? We had, if x is a random variable, then f dot is continuous function, then f of x is a random variable. Here what you have? We have the function the function is bounded variation, means it is bounded by a comma b, and then if f is a function which is bounded by a comma b, then and if you have a x as a random variable, then f of x is random variable. Fine. And now let us look at distribution functions. Distribution functions. Let x be a random variable. Let x be a random variable. Then the function f defined for all real x, and it is defined as f of x is such that probability that x is less than or equal to small x. Okay, this is what is distribution function. So if x is a random variable and f is defined for all values of x which belongs to real space or real line, then this f is given by f of x equals probability that x takes the value less than or equal to x. Suppose if you have normal distribution, so then here it is mean mu, and suppose you have x here, then the distribution function is given by this area under this curve. This is what is the probability that x takes the value less than or equal to x. So this is f of x. Okay, this is the distribution function. Now, and here x belongs to real range, that is x belongs to R, and there are several properties of distribution function. There are properties of distribution function. Okay, if f is the distribution function, the distribution function it is the cumulative total of the probabilities. If in case of continuous random variable, here it is the cumulative total of the probabilities less than x, and if it is discrete type, so suppose we have x equal to 1, 0, 1, 2, then you want the probability that x is less than or equal to 2. So that is probability that x takes the value 0 plus probability that x takes the value 1 plus probability that x takes the value 2. So this is distribution function in case of discrete type. Okay, here it is continuous type, right? And here if f is distribution function of a random variable x, and if a is less than b, a and b are into constants, then probability that a less than x less than or equals to b is given by f of b minus f of a. This is first property. If f is a distribution function and a is a random variable, and x is a random variable, if a is less than b, then probability that a less than x less than or equal to b is given by f of b minus f of a. Okay, and one corollary is there. If you want to have probability that a less than or equals x less than or equals b, here only less than, purely less than, here less than or equal, so then the probability the distribution function is f of b minus f of a, and then plus probability that x takes the value a. Okay, since if you are including this equality sign, then you have to add this probability that x takes the value a. So this is corollary. Okay, and similarly, if you want probability that a is less than x is less than b, this is equals f of b minus f of a minus probability that x takes the value b. So this is probability that f of b minus f of a as usual. Then there is no equality here, so you should subtract x equal to b. Here equality is there, so you should add. Fine. And again the next case, the probability that a is less than or equals x less than b. So how to calculate this? This is nothing but f of b minus f of a. Just a minute. F of b minus f of a, and here equality is included. So you should add that, provided that x takes the value a, and then here equality is not there, so subtract that, provided that x takes the value b. Okay. And there is a remark. When probability that x takes the value a is 0 and probability that x takes the value b is 0, then these all above 4, that is a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b, and a less than x less than b, and a less than or equal to x less than b, then the last one is a less than x less than or equals to b. So these have same probability, because this will not be having any meaning, because provided that x takes the value a is 0, provided that x takes the value b is 0, then these all 4 cases have the same probability. Fine. And one more thing to note, remark number 2, if f is distribution function and x is one dimensional random variable, then 0 less than or equal to f of x is less than or equal to 1. Means whenever you want to calculate the distribution function, the minimum value it can take is 0, the maximum value it can take is 1. Okay, it is bounded between 0 and 1. Okay. This is distribution function. Fine. And if x is less than y, then f of x is less than f of y. And you can also include the equality here and also here. Okay, that is, this is non-decreasing function. This is non-decreasing function. Okay, this is also very important property. And the third remark is f of minus infinity. This can be obtained as limit as x tends to minus infinity of f of x is 0, and f of plus infinity, that is limit as x tends to plus infinity is f of x. This will be 1. Means it is bounded between 0 and 1. So whenever you get the value 0, that is f of minus infinity or the lower bound, and the upper bound is f of plus infinity, that is 1. Fine. And let us conclude the video of random variables and distribution functions to this. And we have discussed about random variables definition and some of the functions of random variables, and we have discussed about distribution functions and the properties of distribution functions. And I will give the link of this file in the description box, so if you want you can take it. And I thank you for watching my video. Thank you friends, have a nice day.